Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Bree if you are new here, and in today's video I just want to do like a soft glam makeup look. Usually I try to do like, you know, what's on trend, and I feel like soft glam makeup is always on trend, and I don't do it a lot on my channel. I do a lot more like really bold, impactful looks, so I figured it would be fun to do my version of soft glam makeup. So if you guys want to hang out and do some makeup, then just keep on watching. So, whenever I think of soft glam, my mind immediately goes to like peachy tones, at least for my skin tone. I just love like soft peachy looks. I think they're some of the prettiest. So today I'm going to use the ColourPop Sweet Talk palette, which is just perfection in a palette, honestly. So I'm going to start out with a big fluffy brush, and I'm going to go into this shade right here, Dream Maker, and I'm going to use that as a soft transition. And then next up, I'm going to go in with a slightly smaller fluffy brush, and I'm going to go into this shade down here in case you missed it, and put that on my inner corner, but I'm still going to be really like gentle about it because I want this look to be pretty blown out looking. I also don't want it to go too deep. So really quick, with nothing left on this brush, like I'm not going to pick up anything new, I'm just going to quickly run back over where I put this transition shade, just to make sure, in case you missed it, is really blended. And then I'm going to take another like big fluffy brush, and I'm going to go into this top shade up here, Catch Me, which is like close to my skin tone but also like slightly peachy still. And I'm just going to run this over the very top edges just to make it really soft. And then I'm going to take that shimmer that's in there, which is Side to Side. It's this one right here. And I'm just going to press this on that open space on my lids. And I'm kind of like really working to tap it out, because while I want the shine and the sheen of it, I don't want it to be like too heavy. And next up, what I'm going to do, because I want a little bit of definition on my lash line, but I don't want like a harsh liquid liner wing, I'm going to take an angled liner brush. This one's really, really thin. And I'm going to go into this bottom shade down here, Feel Free. And I'm just going to kind of lightly line my lash lines and and I'm just going to quickly line my lash line and then kind of lightly flick it out. And then towards the end of my makeup routine, I will actually probably put a little bit of brown pencil liner in my waterline just to like really kind of define, and then I might even take like my brow pen to like kind of sharpen it in a couple places if I feel like I need to hide the lash band a little bit better, but I don't want to use black today. And if you guys want some other like soft, simple looks, then I will, throughout this video, link, and down below, link my low effort makeup series, where I kind of do simple makeup, but like it's still like, you know, it's basically I describe it in the videos as doing the least while looking your best, pretty much. So I can link those videos for you guys if you're interested. Those are more like, I would say like school makeup, work makeup, stuff like that. Whereas this, I would almost put it in like the bridal category. Like obviously you could still wear this to like work and stuff like that, but I would definitely put this more so in the bridal. So there's one eye without, and then one eye done. You can kind of just see the difference, see a little bit of definition there. And then really quick, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this kind of like flat but still a little bit fluffy shader brush, and I'm going to go back into that In Case You Missed It shade, and I'm just going to put a little bit on the tip, and I'm just going to run it over this wing just to kind of soften it out a little bit. I'm going to go clean up underneath my eyes and put on my base. So when it comes to soft glam makeup, I am a really big fan of like less is more. So I'm going to put on very little foundation. I'm not really going to do a ton to my base, but I'm going to go do that off camera and I will be right back. Okay, so now that I have my base on, One thing that I'm gonna do differently in this video is I'm actually not gonna put any bronzer on my cheeks. I want it to be really blushy and soft, and not super sculpted and stuff like that. I may, towards the end, put a little bit of powder bronzer there, but I'm not gonna do any cream. So I'm gonna start out with the ABH cream bronzer in the shade Sunkissed, and I'm just gonna put a little bit of this on my forehead, just so there's some dimension and color on my forehead, and I'm gonna stop it right about there. But that's it. I'm not gonna put any on my cheeks. It looks ridiculous right now, but just trust me. And then for cream blush, I'm gonna use the LYS Higher Standard Satin Matte Cream Blush in the shade Kindness. I'm gonna place this a little bit higher on my cheeks, and I'm gonna keep it kind of back. I don't want it like on the apples of my cheeks. And just kind of mesh it in with where I stopped that bronzer. And then I'm just gonna really quickly take my sponge that I used to blend out my foundation, and I'm just gonna go like over the apples of my cheeks so that it's all blended. And then for powder blush, I'm gonna go in with the Physicians Formula Butter Believe It blush in Pink Sands, which as you can see is very light. And then for powder bronzer, I'm going to use the Milani Baked Bronzer in the shade Dolce. And I'm going to hit just very back here with the bronzer. Alright, really quick, I'm going to jump off and set down the rest of my face, and I will be right back. Okay, so quickly I took that little like brush that I used to smudge out my wing, and I went in with the shade Meadow and then just kind of very lightly blended it out with Catch Me, just to kind of put a little bit of something underneath my eyes, but nothing too heavy. And then I'm gonna go in with the Essence Pure Nude blush in the shade Pretty Peach for a little bit of blush topper. And then I am going to go in with a little bit of highlight if a blush topper is enough for you, or if you don't want to do a blush topper but you want a little bit of glow. You know, it's kind of dealer's choice. There is definitely some glow there, but I want just a little bit more in specific places. So I'm going to use the Nabla Skin Glazing highlight in the shade Privilege because it's really soft. How many times am I going to say the word soft in this video? Okay, so I'm gonna go finish up the rest of my face and figure out which lipstick I'm gonna put on, and I will be right back. So this is the final look. I ended up using the Revlon Super Lustrous lipstick in the shade Bare Affair, just like a really soft lipstick. And then I also ended up taking my lighter of my two brow pens, and I kind of like lined a little bit in here and a little bit right on the outer edge, just to make sure that I could conceal this lash band as well as possible. And I actually think it did quite a good job without being like too harsh, so I appreciate that. And this is the final look. I think that it's super, super, super pretty. I love the way that it turned out. I think the lashes accent it really well. I just think that it's just pretty, and it's soft, and it's nice. The reason why I said earlier that I felt as though this fell more into like the bridal category, again, obviously you could wear this to work, you could wear this wherever, but the reason why I said that it felt a little bit more bridal is because for the most part I stayed away from a lot of those like trendy application styles. I didn't do a harsh contour, I didn't do a harsh bronzer, like I kept the cheeks relatively light. I didn't do, you know, a crazy amount of glow. I didn't do a crazy amount of matte. I just, everything is very like, what's the word I'm looking for? Classic. Like a lot of just very classic application styles, which is most of the time what you want for makeup for your wedding, because if you start getting too trendy, you know, too contoured, too sculpted, too just like, you know, your brows or whatever the trendy style is at the time of your wedding, a lot of times you could end up looking back at your wedding photos, you know, 10, 15, 20 years down the line and be like, oh my God, like I grew out of that trend and now I hate the way that my makeup looked during my wedding. just, you know, tending to keep your makeup a little bit more soft, a little bit more classic is going to stand the test of time, especially when it comes to like bridal makeup and stuff like that. So that's what I did today. Not going to specifically call this like a wedding makeup look, but you know, it's going to wrap up today's video. I'm going to get off of here because I'm sweating my ass off. Comment down below and let me know how you like to do soft glam makeup. I would love to know. Please subscribe if you have not already. It would mean the world to me. Like this video, ring the bell, do all the things. I hope that you guys have an awesome, awesome day, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye!